अल अमीन एजुकेशनल सोसाइटी का बड़ा कदम, फॉरेन कंट्रीज में एमबीबीएस के लिए फराहम किया जाएगा गाइडेंस। जी हाँ दोस्तों,
The chairman of Al Amin Educational Society.
जी हाँ दोस्तों, अल अमीन एजुकेशनल सोसाइटी ने एक बड़ा कदम उठाते हुए फॉरेन कंट्रीज में एमबीबीएस की तालीम हासिल करने वाले स्टूडेंट्स के लिए रहनुमाई फराहम करने का ऐलान किया है। नीट क्वालिफाई स्टूडेंट्स बैरूनी ममालिक जाकर सिर्फ 25 से 30 लाख रुपये में एमबीबीएस की डिग्री हासिल कर सकते हैं। नई दिल्ली के एजुसॉल और अल अमीन एजुकेशनल सोसाइटी ने 5 मुल्कों में एमबीबीएस की तालीम के लिए मुआहिदा किया है। ये 5 ममालिक हैं किर्गिस्तान, कजाकिस्तान, जॉर्जिया, तजाकिस्तान और बारबाडोस। इन 5 ममालिक में एमबीबीएस की तालीम के लिए नीट क्वालिफाई तलबा अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। बेंगलुरु में एजुसॉल और अल अमीन एजुकेशनल सोसाइटी के तहत एमबीबीएस अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम मुनक़द हुआ। 28 जुलाई 2024 बरोज इतवार हुए इस प्रोग्राम में अल अमीन एजुकेशनल सोसाइटी के सेक्रेटरी जुबैर अनवर ने कहा कि मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल्स की काफ़ी डिमांड है, लेकिन इस डिमांड के पेश नज़र ख़ास तौर पर इंडिया में मौजूदा एमबीबीएस की सीटें नाकाफ़ी साबित हो रही हैं। लिहाजा ख्वाहिशमंद स्टूडेंट्स बैरून ममालिक जाकर एमबीबीएस की तालीम हासिल कर सकते हैं। एजुसॉल के नुमाइंदे डॉक्टर फनी भूषण ने कहा कि इन ममालिक से एमबीबीएस की डिग्री हासिल करने वाले कई स्टूडेंट्स इंडिया और दीगर ममालिक में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं। इस इजलास से बीईटी के सेक्रेटरी सिद्दीक पाशा ने कहा कि दुनिया की 250 टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के लिए हुकूमत कर्नाटक की जानिब से 20 लाख रुपये की ओवरसीज स्कॉलरशिप दी जा रही है। इस प्रोग्राम में किर्गिस्तान, कजाकिस्तान, जॉर्जिया, तजाकिस्तान, बारबाडोस यूनिवर्सिटियों के नुमाइंदों ने हिस्सा लिया और अपने अपने मुल्कों में मौजूद एमबीबीएस कॉलेजों का तारुफ पेश किया। जनूबी हिंद न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट।
जिन बच्चों ने 2024 में या 23 में या 22 में नीट देकर क्वालिफाई हुआ है, उनको कोई अच्छा रैंक, कोई अच्छी ऐसे कोई मार्क्स का कोई ग्रेड नहीं है, जिन लोगों ने भी क्वालिफाई किया है वो लोग एनएमसी नेशनल मेडिकल काउंसिल की रेगुलेशन के हिसाब से अब्रॉड में एडमिशन ले सकते हैं। जो कॉलेजेस हम ऑफर कर रहे हैं, सब कॉलेजेस में आपको 25 से लेकर 30 लाख में कंप्लीट एजुकेशन पूरा हो सकता है, जिसमें उनको कॉलेज का ट्यूशन फीस, उनको वहाँ का रहने का, खाने पीने का, आने जाने का, फ्लाइट चार्जेस, सब कुछ इंक्लूडिंग 30 लाख तक वो लोग इन हमारे जो कॉलेजेस में कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं। कंप्लीट मेडिकल ये कॉलेज तजिकिस्तान, कजाकिस्तान, किर्गिस्तान, जॉर्जिया, बारबाडोस ऐसे डिफरेंट कंट्रीज़ में है। सो हम लोग आज अल अमीन एजुकेशनल ट्रस्ट के साथ जो एग्रीमेंट साइन किया है, उनके साथ भी हम काम कर रहे हैं। जिन बच्चों ने चाहते हैं मिडिल क्लास, लोअर मिडिल क्लास फैमिलीज़ में जो लोग डॉक्टर बनने की इच्छा है, उनको हम सपना पूरा करेंगे।
तो अल अमीन से आपका टाइप हुआ है, सेंटर कहाँ रहेगा, ऑफिस कहाँ रहेगी आपकी, कांटेक्ट किससे करेंगे?
बेंगलुरु में है, हम अल अमीन में कर सकते हैं। जी 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 बिल्कुल।
ऑफिस भी यहाँ,
हमारा ऑफिस यहाँ नहीं है, दिल्ली में है, न्यू दिल्ली में, बट वो लोग डायरेक्ट यहाँ से कांटेक्ट करेंगे। इवन हमारा ISM एडुटेक ऑल ओवर इंडिया में 120 ब्रांचेस है, हर स्टेट में, हर रीजन में हमारा एसोसिएट्स बैठे हुए हैं।
तो इन मामलों में फ्रॉड के भी चांसेस हैं, तो ये कैसे?
हम लोग 23 ईयर से इस फील्ड में हैं। आज तक हमने एक भी केस ऐसे आपने सुना नहीं होगा हमारे कंपनी के खिलाफ। तो वही आपको एक दिखाता है कि, और प्लस हम लोग अपना जो भी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स जिनको भी हम एग्रीमेंट्स देते हैं, हम पूरा कम्प्लीटली मॉनिटर करते हैं और उनके साथ हम बहुत 20 साल से जुड़े हुए हैं, तो हम जानते हैं।
वहाँ की सर्टिफिकेट पर यहाँ लाइसेंस मिल जाएगा प्रैक्टिस के लिए?
जी जी कम्प्लीटली 100% उसको मिल जाएगा, बट उनको FFG का जो फॉरेन मेडिकल ग्रेजुएट एग्जामिनेशन जो नेशनल बोर्ड ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन कंडक्ट करती है, उसको क्लियर करना पड़ेगा।
तो आपके अंदाजे के मुताबिक कितने स्टूडेंट्स वहाँ से पास आउट होकर यहाँ प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं?
सर हमारा कंपनी के थ्रू ऑलमोस्ट 8 to 10,000 स्टूडेंट्स ऑलरेडी कंप्लीट करके ऑल ओवर इंडिया में काम कर रहे हैं। इवन गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में, प्राइवेट सेक्टर में, आप बहुत सारे स्टेट्स में किसी कॉर्नर में भी जाएंगे तो हमारा ISM एडुटेक का ग्रेजुएट एल्यूमिनी काम कर रहे हैं।
थैंक यू। योर गुड नेम?
डॉक्टर फनी भूषण।
Well, about 55 years ago, our founder, the founder of Al Amin Education Society, Dr. Mumtaz Ahmad Khan Sahib, he was a doctor by himself, by profession a doctor at a very young age of 29 years. Saw that the lesser fortunate did not get good education. They were deprived of education. In the last 75 years, our great country, India, has progressed from underdeveloped to developing, now to almost developed, and in the next 5 to 10 years we will be among the top developed nations of the world. One of the main contributory factors is our population. About 4 decades ago, the population of this country was considered a taboo. That the growing population, we cannot afford, the challenges ahead. But now the population is a great advantage to this country. This organization called Al-Amin Educational Society about 55 years back, and he went on expanding. Today we are, by the grace of the Almighty, we are a big organization. I would use the word gigantic, consisting of 240 colleges, 240 units, and over 2 lakh students pan-India. Now, I have been in this organization for about 30 years, 3 decades, and I have taken charge of this organization as the CEO and secretary just about 2 years back. And almost on a daily basis, it foregoes my imagination that how did he establish such a big organization? Running this organization is not a common man's work, but only the Almighty who runs this organization. It's humongous, the kind of students we cater to, and we do not concentrate on the affordable students. We concentrate on the lowest strata of society who cannot afford education. That's why the fees that we charge is one of the lowest, not in the city, but in the country. The same kind of education and infrastructure will be at least 3 to 4 times more in any other organization in the country. Now, everyone wants to do well in life, but there are 2 branches here in Al-Amin. One is the usual academics, where the students study in various, get various degrees like law, medicine. We have business programs, we have programs of pharmacy, and various other programs. The other branch is the students who cannot study there. We encourage them for the skilled, make them and get them into the skilled programs. Like we make them engineers, we make them technicians for the electricians, plumbers, someone who to repair your AC, someone to repair your mobile. There are a small lot of population who we need, who are very skilled in that and not good in studies. So we encourage that also. In another branch called Gausha Industrial Trust, we encourage that also. One of the oldest cities in the country. We have just about 100 seats there. Now, sometime back now I mentioned about the population. In the ever-growing population, there are a lot of students who want to take up the medical program, who want to be doctors. Either it's unaffordable or they don't get seats for a small difference in their percentages. Now, establishing a medical college now in India, it is very difficult. It is, along with being difficult, it's also very costly. It's not like what it was 30 years back or 40 years back. Even that time it was quite difficult, but it was relatively easy at that point of time. But today we have a lot of stringent regulations, and the most important is land. Land is almost unavailable in the growing cities of our country. That's one of the reasons why many medical colleges, even when established, go into becoming corporates. Now that's where the government steps in and they take on almost 50% of the seats that are available in every college. Now this is required, this is a very good move by the government. The seats taken over by the government become affordable for the students who want to subscribe to this medical program. But what happens to the other sect of students who do not get into these programs here? That's when we look across the country to the other countries where it is affordable. About 12 years back, 12 to 13 years back, this bright idea came from one of the students who subscribed to our scholarship program. We have a scholarship program in our unit, in our education society, which we strictly follow the rules of good marks, good education, good attendance, and then we disperse certain amount of scholarship. Now this scholarship amount comes to us from a few of the corporates who contribute to this scholarship program. So one of the students who came to us there told us that she wants to study medicine in one of the Eastern European countries, Central Asian countries, and we were shocked and said that if you want to study medicine there, how will it help you here in India? And she explained to us, though at that point of time it was not acceptable, but eventually it will be acceptable in India. The degrees that you get there, the education that you get, medical education that you get there. And it so happened that with the advent of time, the degrees, the medical education, the degrees that they get in the other countries is acceptable in India because it is on par. And we have people like Mr. Fani Bhushan, who are one of the major coordinators between the medical education in India and the Eastern European and Central Asian countries. So that girl, and with her talks that we had with her, 2 other people subscribed to the program. And 12 years back, 3 of students went abroad, and when they came back, they showed us their degrees. And we saw that the amount spent by those 3 students was not even 8 to 9% what a student would have spent in India. Now this was an eye-opener for us. Even though we wanted many to go ahead and get these degrees, not to deprive them, because what happens once they lose interest, they shift to other branches. Then they will not come back to be doctors. Our population needs a lot more of doctors. Just about a few seats, even if a college has 100 seats, it is not even 0.001% of the requirement of doctors that our population needs. We have developed a lot in every sphere. In India, in every sphere, we have developed a lot. Diseases also has increased. The kind of diseases that we see, life expectancy has gone up, but the kind of diseases that we see, still there are a number of diseases we don't have reason or cures. Now, the kind of doctors, the quantum of doctors that we need is humongous. It's enormous, the requirement that we have in India. Many of our doctors, good doctors here, have gone abroad to make more money. Our nurses have gone abroad to make more money. But most of them remain in India because in India the doctors do very well. We cannot say that they are not doing well. So whatever they spend on education, it comes back to them eventually as life goes on. So the quantum of doctors that we need is, the demand is a lot. So what happens is we also encourage them to go to the Central Asian and Eastern European countries. And the infrastructure that we see in these countries is fantastic, it's fantabulous. The kind of infrastructure, the education that they impart, They are on par with any other medical colleges in the world. And these are such beautiful countries. And though I've not been there, I've heard a lot of them. In fact, I had an opportunity to go to Uzbekistan several years ago, which the program was cancelled. Then, as we hear of these countries, they're all very lovely countries, very lovely people. We keep meeting them. In my several travels to the Gulf, I've met several people and made many friends from citizens of these countries. Anyway, now I thank the organizers for this very nice seminar that they are having to encourage our students to take on the programs in these countries. It is very much more affordable, and they will not be deprived of education, medical education. The people who cannot get it here, they get it in these countries. I was just going through my Google and
in our government, there is a ranking. So if a college ranking within 250, ranking number 250, if it is there, your institution within that 250 ranking, so government here give a overseas scholarship for 20 lakh for their studies. So you can just take down this one. So this is a very good program. So this is the first time I am attending this one. It is a good one. So not only for your what universities have come over, and more universities are come over here, and one more thing I want to say, some of the universities are giving scholarships also. So I think you are in that scholarship also. So thank you very much for giving me opportunity to talk to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.